I'm acting surprised, but I know I'm not over you. Keep missing our fights, even though they're so overdue. We had a fire, now we're watching it burn low. Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind, I hate to separate my body and mind, my body and mind. You feel like demons in my mind, demons in my mind.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today is a Sunday and I'm just relaxing and chilling, and these last couple of days I've really been back into building in The Sims again. So the first build that I did since I came back was this really cute cottage that I'm creating right now in Henford on Bagley. It's a family cottage, of course, because you guys know I love creating those, and it's a, I think 4-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms, plenty of space for your family to live in. And yes, I am back again. It's been a couple of months since I uploaded my last video. I think it was the Plant Lovers Industrial Home. I don't know, I will link that video here up in the screen if you haven't seen that one. But you know, after that one I kind of got burned out again with the game. But lately I have been playing again. I've actually started playing Planet Zoo, and Planet Zoo sparked my building interest again, and that's how I came back to The Sims 4, because I just gotten so many ideas that I wanted to build here in the game again. And I started out with this cottage because I really was craving some Henford on Bagley, you know, gameplay. So I've built this one for me and my sim family, and of course I am sharing it with you all so that you can download this from the gallery and play with it yourself as well. So it's on the gallery under my origin LoveSimplySim if you are interested in this build, and I don't know what it's called. You will see in the title the name of this cottage. I always find it very hard to come up with a name for all these builds. I've done like a couple, not a couple, maybe like a few hundred builds already in The Sims. So, you know, coming up with names for houses it's hard. It's hard. But yeah, you know, it's fine. Anyways, I decided to build this cottage on a 30 by, I think 40 by 50 size lot. I think I think it's a 40 by 50. So not the largest size in Henford on Bagley, not the 64 by 64, but also not the smallest size. And I found that this was perfect for, you know, what I wanted to include in this build. So I wanted a nice large, you know, front garden, or it's actually a side garden because the entryway is more off to the left. I decided to do like a little bit of a driveway over here, just a tiny bit for a car to park. There was also a little stand for your bicycles to place as well, and also added in the bins, you know, the garbage bins, and some clutter as well outside, just to make it look really cute, which you all will see later, of course. So like I said, the entryway is more of the side of the house, and for floor plan wise it just made more sense to do it this way. But I do love when your Sims spawn in the lot, they actually spawn here where the car is, like right between the car and the pebblestone like pathway that I added in. So it's really nice if you have like company, they spawn in there and then they walk over your little pathway that's on the left and to the house, which I think is really nice. So here added in a little area for bicycles. I find that very necessary because bicycles are actually really fun to use in The Sims, and you know, very realistic to have on your, like, you know, your country lot. I think a lot of people use their bicycles in the countryside. Here in Belgium where I live, we bicycle everywhere. And, I'm originally from Holland, and, Holland is like the capital of bicycles. Everyone has a bicycle. I think we learned to ride our bikes fairly young in Holland. So yeah, I just thought adding in a bicycle was very realistic for this lot, although it is like set in England, but that's fine. But yeah, the landscaping is taking shape. I love the layout of this front yard. It's so gorgeous. I love all the bushes and the plants. It just came together actually fairly easy, which is really good because I've been struggling with just opening up and playing this game again. I've been so burned out with The Sims, which is sad because I have been playing this game since The Sims 4 release. I don't know, it's like 8 years ago or something. It's a long time, and I have been playing it like every day. But the last year I've just been not playing it anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But like last week, I really felt like creating something again. And I think this is a very cute little cottage to start out with. I still love the roof, like decorational pieces that I'm adding in. It just gives this really cottage vibe, which I really enjoyed. I also am using a little bit of the tool mod in this build, just a tiny bit, to add in items that were like floating and not really placing well, so not much tool. I didn't do like crazy things with it, but I did use it for like the landscaping and adding in, a few objects here and there just in the house that they will place a little bit better, and, no floating items whatsoever. So that's why I used mod for this build, but only for that. So here I'm doing the backyard. So for the backyard, I decided to do like a little like a patio, a raised up patio, and I also added in a very modern looking back door, like a very large sliding door. So the idea behind this cottage, it's not an old cottage, it's definitely fairly renovated and renewed, but they definitely kept it to as close as the original as they could, but they did want like large opening doors for the kitchen because that's just really nice to have. So the kitchen is gonna come right off this side of the house, so where we have our large patio. And I also decided to add in a swimming pool because I just love having a pool in my game, also because my Sims are still mermaids, so pool is very handy to have because they get dehydrated, and I just liked the idea of a pool. So the pool is definitely something that the Sims probably added in later when they renovated this gorgeous cottage, and they decided to add in a pool. And I went with this really, really gorgeous colored tiled flooring. I think it's from Jungle Adventure, if I have that correct. I just love the color. It's so very unique. Kind of obsessed with those tiling. And for the upcoming builds that are coming, because yes, I've done multiple builds, so it's not gonna be a drought anymore with like one video and then I'm gonna go away for 2 months. So I've actually finished off 4 houses already, but with the upcoming houses that you are gonna see, I will be using the tile again. So I've been overusing that tile, but it's fine. So yeah, I decided to add in a little side section over there. On the left side of the house, there is going to be a fire pit added in later. And I also decided to do a tiny little greenhouse here on the back of the building, or on the back of the house, just because I really love the idea of having a greenhouse on a farm lot. It's just so, I don't know, it just feels right to me. So I decided to do a very small greenhouse, not an elaborately large one, just one for like flower arranging and such. and maybe even drinking tea, who knows. But yeah, just a tiny area for your flower arranging, or maybe you want to add in like the fizzing station because you want to add, create your own like sodas or whatever you want to do in there. You can place some items there if you rearrange the furnishing, or maybe even lead it. So yeah, just a little bit of a workspace there if you need it. So I also, of course, added in a animal pen and a chicken coop because this is Henford on Bagley. We are in the countryside, so so I definitely want these Sims that are living here to do a little bit of farming. Later on, I will also be adding in a crop patch. So don't worry if you're like, where am I gonna plant my items? There will be one a bit later. I just forgot to add one in this moment. I also added in a jungle gym because this is still a family home. You all know I love my family houses and playing with families in the game. So I needed something for our children to do outside, and I decided to go with the jungle gym because that is just the easiest item to implement in landscaping, to be honest, for me. So yeah, that is what I did here. I'm just going through the entire lot, adding in more bushes, more plants, and finishing off the landscaping as best as I could. So filling in all the gaps. I'm also landscaping this front section here because it looked a little bit bare, and I didn't want to fence the entire lot with fences and gates. I wanted to keep it open, so there's like a little section here between the coop and the greenhouse where your Sims can just walk off the lot if they want to, which is really nice. I just didn't feel the need to fence in everything because we are in the countryside, but I definitely did fence in the chickens because if you don't do that, the chickens will go everywhere. So I did decide to do that, and I'm also adding in little little patches of dirt here and there. So probably the areas where your Sims are walking the most. I decided to, make the pathway a little bit more dirtier. I'm also making it feel like a bit more overgrown with the, oh my gosh, the little bushes here and there. So here, jumping into the interior of the house, I did do the oh my gosh, how you call it, the floor plan off camera because it took me actually quite a bit. It looked a bit boring, so I just cut that section out. I don't know if you guys are actually interested in floor plans. Still haven't got an answer from that for you all. But yeah, I cut out the floor plan, and here we are furnishing the living room and dining room. I am gonna detail it more. Don't worry if you're like, Mona, that's so boring. I know there will be more clutter, more details. I'm gonna add in, many plants because I am a fan of plants, and I've been loving the blooming plant kit. Oh my gosh, I don't know what the kit is called. The plants kit that we've gotten a couple of weeks ago. I've been adoring that kit so much. I am definitely using the kit in all my builds that are coming up on the channel in these couple of weeks. So yeah, I think, for kits, it's my favorite. The blooming room kit is definitely my favorite kit, and the one that I use a lot. And actually the industrial kit is also one that I find myself reaching for as well. The other kits, not so much. They aren't really my cup of tea. I do use them like here and there in a few builds that are coming, but definitely not overusing them. I kind of am still very disappointed in the kits too. If I have to be very honest, I don't know. The kits, I rather had a stuff pack, to be completely fair. I find the stuff packs more enjoyable than the kits. The kits are fairly small, although they are €5. I still feel that kits are not the way to go, in my honest opinion. There's definitely potential there, but I feel that from the kits that we've gotten, there are only two that I really liked, and the other ones are like meh. And then there was one, the busted dust kit, that was just awful, and I'm not using it. I don't use that in my game whatsoever. I have it deactivated. So yeah, I don't use that kit. That is like a kit that was a major fail for me, which is such a shame because a gameplay kit would actually be really fun. Definitely would revive the game for many people. But the one gameplay kit that we've gotten kind of ruined it for me. So yeah, not using that one. Anyways, we are here in the living room, still furnishing, still adding little details, as you can see, using tool to place those that clutter object perfectly. And this little nook I find really cute, so I added in lots of plants here, lots of clutter. I love that, like that piece of furnishing. I think that is from the Jungle Adventure pack. It just looks so good in this little corner. I decided to make this a little area where maybe the toddler will sit on the stool, play with his blocks on the floor, and just an area where you can sit down your toddler and that it can entertain itself a little bit while you're like maybe busy in the kitchen. So yeah, it's just a cute little area over there. So here, moving on in the kitchen. For the kitchen, of course, I went with the cottage living kitchen counters and fridge and such, just because it fitted in perfectly with the aesthetic. I am overusing cottage living in this entire build, but it's fine because it fits in with the aesthetic. It is a cottage. And yeah, I just had a little bit of fun here, adding in some clutter objects and I try to make it look very cozy. So I am changing the backsplash here of the kitchen later on. So if you're like, Mona, that's a little bit too brick, we need a bit more color, don't worry, I got you. I am changing that to like a tile with a little bit of pattern, just so that it looks, a bit nicer. So yeah. Anyways, what am I doing right now? Oh, adding in some more clutter, of course. And then this little, what is that? It's like a shelf. I do like that shelf. I like that there's like a bag hanging from it, and there's like a heater. I don't know the English word, but the heater for, watering your plants, which is really nice. Also decided to do like a little cabinet in the hallway, and stairs, of course. I also decided to add in stairs on my platforms just to make it look a little bit more finished, and then adding in lots and lots of hanging plants and flowers, and making it look really nice and cozy. That is what we're doing right now. So yeah, that's basically, I think, it for that section. And then here, hopping into the bathroom. So this is the downstairs main bathroom, like a guest bathroom. I am adding in a shower, a toilet, and a sink in here. So if your Sims like busy upstairs and you do want to shower, you can use the downstairs shower if you want to. I do find it a bit weird having a shower downstairs, because it's definitely something that I'm not, it's not weird to have a shower downstairs. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's weird to have a shower in the hallway downstairs where you enter the house. That's a bit weird to me. I did live in a house where we had a downstairs shower and toilet where you needed to go through the kitchen for, which was also weird, but it was like a old converted barn where I lived in. So it kind of made sense that we had a weird layout. But I do feel that a lot of old houses have like showers downstairs as well. So I think this is fine. I did went with a little bit of a patterned wallpaper in the bathroom. I think I used another kit, not the Moroccan styled kit. It was like, I don't know the style of the kit, but it had like the name of that kit, but it had like all these like Moroccan vibed items. I think it's like an Oasis kit or something like that. But I also used the tiles from that kit in this build because I really liked how those looked. So here doing, this is either your master bedroom or like your grandparents' bedroom. I set it up in, when I was building this, I was more thinking about like grandparents that are living in your house, or maybe for, when your Sims grow older, they can use this bedroom. But I tried to make it feel really cozy. I added in a, nice little fireplace from the eco living pack. I just thought it was really fun to have. Definitely in the cold winter nights, it's very nice to have like a fireplace in your bedroom. So I decided to do that. Also, again, lots of plants and flowers in here. And I just love this color palette. It's very soft and light, but it still feels that it went with the entire house. And yes, for the wallpapers, I am sticking to the wallpapers from the Cottage living pack because it's a cottage and I really wanted to utilize the cottage items for this build. So yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, I think we're like almost done here. Just adding in a curtain, of course, and some more, I think clutter is what I'm looking for here. But yeah, the little gnome, that's it. And then some, a frame on the wall. And then we're gonna jump probably over to the second floor a little bit later on. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, that's it. So I also really wanted like an activity downstairs for children, and I decided to add in the crafting table here on the side of the island, so that when your sim is like cooking and you have your children downstairs, they can go and craft something on the crafting table and still be in your ray of vision, so you're still interacting with them while you're cooking, but they still have their own little thing that they can do, which I think is really fun. So here I added in a oh my gosh, what is this called again? Like a crops patch for farming. It's not very large, I have to admit that, but I think it's like large enough for what I envisioned the family to need. If it's too small, you can always expand it a little bit farther out. We don't need a pathway there, although the pathway is really nice. But yeah, I don't think it's too small. It's fine. It's fine. You can edit it later if you're like, Mona, that's way too small. It's not enough for my crops. I feel that it's adequate for the Sims that I want to have living here. So yeah. Anyways, adding in more little detailing and flowers, and also adding in some flowers and some ivy and such on our little greenhouse over here. I just think that looked really cute, making it feel a bit more overgrown, and like it has been standing there for a long time, and they actually didn't really renovate the greenhouse completely. Maybe the interior a little bit, but the exterior is definitely still the same, and I loved that vibe. So here we are gonna work on the backyard. So the backyard, like I said, like you can see, there is a swimming pool. Definitely a modern extension added later on when they bought the house, but I think it looks really fun. I went with the base game lounge chairs. I never used those, but for this build, I felt that they made sense. So the base game lounge chairs are in there. And then for the patio area, I also added in like a little seating area here by the greenhouse. I just thought it looked really cute, and also added in some hay bales by our cow pen or animal shed. And then what am I doing here? Just adding in more clutter, basically. So for the patio here, I wanted to add in a picnic table. I just really am in love with picnic tables lately. I don't know if you guys noticed that from the last few builds that I did, but yeah, I definitely love a good picnic table, so I decided to add one in there. There's also gonna be like a little seating lounge, and then here I added in our what is that again, our fire pit, and of course a outdoor barbecue as well. Probably not the greatest weather in Henford on Bagley for barbecuing. This needs to be like the English countryside, so I do imagine that it's gonna rain like a lot, but I still felt that for gameplay wise we needed a outdoor barbecue, because that's just fun to have your Sims throw on the barbecue, start grilling, and then have like a outdoor picnic party or something like that. Would be really fun. So yeah, that's why I added that in. I think it's coming along really nicely. So how are you all doing, by the way? It's been such a long time since I've actually talked to you all. Definitely for me, I'm still trying to get in the swing of it. Recording this one after 2 months, I felt a little bit anxious to record again because it's been a long time since I've actually talked to you all. But yeah, I've been actually doing up and down. I don't want to say I have been doing good because then I would be lying. But you know what? My mood has been going up and down. It's been good. It's been bad, but I'm still here, alive, and still being me. But yeah, I definitely was very, very anxious to just record again and to talk to you all, because I kind of felt really guilty for not making videos anymore. I've went from in like 2020, I went from recording like many videos, and then 2021 rolled around, and you guys kind of felt and saw that I wasn't really doing that much. And by the end of 2021, there was just like one video or two, and that's it. So yeah, I do apologize for that, but I just needed to focus on me and the family, and that has actually been really good for me. In when I think about it, it has been good, just focusing on us as a family, and spending quality time with my husband and the kids. It has been good. I do have to say, I did have some bad news and good news. A good thing that I did get in 2021, like at the very end, is I actually switched departments in IKEA. So for the people who are like new here, I work at IKEA, and I actually switched departments in the beginning of 2021 because I wasn't happy where I was working. I was working cash line, so only cash line, and that is only the cash register, nothing else. And I was kind of feeling really restricted in where I was working. So I decided to change departments, and I actually started working for the click and collect and shipping section. So I was in the logistics. I am in the logistics right now. And at the end of 2021, I actually got my full contract. So I'm an officially logistic member of IKEA, and I can actually stay there, which is so amazing, because I was kind of really anxious about that, and I've actually been giving it my all at work. I've been like putting in my 200% and just giving it my all and making sure that I could stay in that department, because I really love the logistic department. It's just so much fun. I love doing the click and collect. The click and collect is where you get like a little shopping list from customers, and then you can go around the entire IKEA and just collect all the items that they want to use, want to buy. And that is just so much fun, because it feels like I'm shopping every day. I'm just shopping in IKEA every day, and it's like the dream job. I'm so happy with that. So yay, I've gotten my full contract, and I will be staying in that office or in that department until, I'm gonna go with pension, which is really great. So that was definitely some very, very, very good news for me. And yeah, I definitely ended 2001 on a good note. So that is really, that was a good thing. So yeah, anyways, where are we now? Oh, we're furnishing the master bedroom. So this is the original, like, first, the master bedroom that I see my Sims using first. This is on the second floor, but this master bedroom is a little bit more spacious. As you can see, there's much more walk room than there is downstairs. So maybe downstairs, definitely better for when your Sims grow older. So you can definitely use it as a guest bedroom, or if you have like elderly grandparents, they can stay there. But yeah, this is the official master bedroom with a little balcony, and I love this color palette. I don't know, this green. I've been loving greens lately. I've been loving greens in my Sims builds, but also in real life. I've been implementing more green tones in my decorating, like in the rugs, in pillows. I'm even painting the wall upstairs in my bedroom like this grayish green color. I don't know. I just love, I'm in love with greens. Although the color for the upcoming seasons is gonna be pink and yellow. If I look at our IKEA color schedule that we've gotten, there are actual color schedules that we get for different times of the year. And if I looked at what Common was doing, Common is the department that does all of the furnishing and all of the styling in our IKEA department store, and they were actually using lots of yellows and like this really like mustardy ochre green color, which is really, really nice as well. But I'm definitely more leaning towards greens for my personal house and also for my Sims houses, which is just really fun to do. So here, furnishing the final bathroom of the house, I am adding in a litter box upstairs off camera. On camera, I'm doing, I think, a easel, but the easel will be swapped out with a litter box because I do make this entire house pet friendly. That is definitely a must if I play with my Sims. They always start out with one pet. They're never alone. And I do have at this moment my Sim Self family living here with, of course, our newest addition, Miu. I've gotten a new Pomeranian in May last year, and her name is Miu, and I also created her in the game. So she's living in the house as well. And yeah, I definitely wanted this house to be pet friendly. So there is a litter box upstairs, there are feeding bowls downstairs, and your Sims can live, of your Sim pets can live comfortably in this house as well. So I'm adding in a easel right here, but that's gonna be a litter box if you grab this from the gallery, so just that you are aware of that. So here we're gonna furnish like the final bit of the house where we have our bicycles. I decided to add in the trash cans over here and a few boxes, so like, you know, some farming equipment and, you know, stuff that they have laying around. Maybe in those boxes are like papers and they're gonna recycle it or something like that. So yeah, that is what I did for that little section where we have the bicycles. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm just gonna go throughout the entire lot and add in some more clutter objects, and lighting, of course. Outdoor lighting is very important. And then we are done with this video and we're hopping into screenshots. So I'm hoping that you all enjoyed this video of me back at the channel. Definitely gonna do a few more. I have 4 builds ready to go. I just need to record the voiceovers. So thank you all so much for joining me again on this video and, you know, watching it. Don't forget to leave a like, of course, if you liked it. And if you aren't subscribed, please do. I love to have you here in the family here with us. So yeah, hit the subscribe button if you want to, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.